Morning everyone, we're going to get started with a Yoga Sculpt virtual class for this week. So Yoga Sculpt, it's a blend between yoga and fitness, yoga with weights. I'm using 3-pound weights today. Anything between like 2 to 5 pounds will work really great for this class. You don't want anything super heavy because we're going to be doing a lot of reps today. If you don't have weights, you can grab water bottles or cans or anything like that, or you can do this all without any weights if you would prefer. I'm also grabbing a loop resistance band. This one is just a heavy one. If you have a loop resistance band, grabbing that. If you don't have one and you'd like to use something, you could use a pair of like old tights or old leggings, tying those up. Or if you have like a TheraBand or a resistance band, you can just tie that. Or you don't need to use one. If you want resistance bands, I get them off of Amazon. They're super cheap and they're just nice to add into your workouts at home. And then we'll get started in just a couple of minutes here, making sure if you're on a hard surface, you might want to toss a mat down. If you're on carpet, you might be okay. We're not going to be doing any jumping or anything like that, so you don't need shoes on unless you prefer to wear shoes. And then maybe having some water close by. As always, I keep my music very quiet because Instagram likes to delete my videos for copyright when I have my music too loud. So my music's going to be quiet, so if you'd like to play your own music, feel free to do so. And we'll get started here whenever you're ready. We're going to start in Shavasana today. So just starting lying on your backs in any comfortable position you would like to come into. And we will be here for around 45 minutes here today. And then we'll be on with the day. Just get some nice gentle movement going in to our day here. So starting in Shavasana, on your backs, finding a comfortable position to lie in, maybe setting those arms and legs long, taking up space here. We're just going to start here to begin to focus on the breath, starting to let go of your day, letting go of whatever you were doing before you decided to show up here and to take time to do this workout this morning. So just starting to breathe. Starting to notice how your body's feeling here. Maybe noticing if there's any tension or tightness we're holding on to. Can you begin to let go of it? Maybe taking a moment here to set a goal for yourself or an intention for our class or our practice here today. Just reminding yourself what you want to get out of your time here. And then really making a point to fully commit to that. You've already started. You've already set this time aside. So let's make the most out of our time that we have here. And if you ever begin to feel challenged, coming back to that intention or that reason, knowing that it's just 45 minutes, it's just some nice movement, and we're going to make it through. Feel so good after. On your next inhale, let's start to find some movement back through the bodies, just starting to wiggle fingers, wiggling toes. And then from here, beginning to roll through wrists and ankles. And then taking them in the opposite direction, those circles. And just taking the head side to side here, like you're shaking the head no. And then on your next inhale, let's take the arms up overhead. Legs can reach long in front of you, taking a nice big full body stretch. Maybe a yawn comes out through the mouth. Maybe a sigh. Just getting long here, feeling the spine find length. And then from here, as you exhale, we're just going to take the arms alongside, bend up the knees. Placing the soles of the feet down to the ground, pressing through the feet, lifting the hips just enough to shift the hips a couple inches over to the left. And then we're going to extend the legs to the bottom right corner of the mat. We're going to shift the shoulders, the head, and the arms to the top right corner of the mat. Coming into our Bananasana. Making yourself into the shape of a banana here. Feeling a nice side body stretch through the left side here. And then if you'd like a little bit more, maybe the left ankle begins to cross on top of the right. Maybe the right hand grabs a hold of the left wrist. And then try to keep the left hip and the left shoulder grounded down to the mat or to the ground here. Nice deep breaths here through the side body. Creating space with every inhale. And settling just a little deeper into the ground with every exhale. Let's take 2 more breaths here, just like that. And your next exhale, let's come back to center and crossing the ankles, releasing the grip on the wrists if you took it. And then bending up the knees, bringing the arms down alongside, and we'll come to the other side. So pressing the feet through the ground, lifting the hips and shifting them just a couple inches to the right this time. Extending the legs to the bottom left corner of that mat, or maybe an imaginary mat. And then shifting the shoulders, the head, and the arms over to the top left corner. Then again, if you'd like to deepen on this side, we can cross the right ankle over the left. And then maybe grabbing a hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Breathing here. So yoga sculpt, super fun. It's like a fusion class. We're going to be working through flows and then just adding some fitness components as we make our way through those flows. It's kind of like if you've ever done bar, similar to bar. Low impact movements that we're working towards. Really great for mobility, really great for muscular endurance. And let's slowly release back to center and crossing the ankles, releasing the grip. From here, bending up the knees. And then we're going to hug the legs in towards the chest for a full wind reliever here. And then you can just find some movement here if that feels good in your body. Maybe rocking side to side, massaging out the lower back. Maybe bringing the legs out towards the shoulders and then hugging them in. Or any other movement that feels good for you here. Just for a couple more breaths. When you're ready, we're going to begin to settle back into stillness and center. Flexing through the feet and then pressing the knees to stack over the hips. Shins are parallel to the mat. Taking the arms up to either a T or a goal post, and then we're just going to slowly start to windshield wiper the legs side to side. Just starting with small movements here. Every time the legs come through center, feeling the lower back pressing flat to the mat. Moving with your breath here. And then over time, maybe those movements become a little bit bigger, eventually hovering the sides of the thighs off the ground. Feeling the core starting to fire up here, finding some movement through the spine into this twist. Let's go for 3. Nice job, last 2. And last one here. Moving over to the other side. And coming back to center, stacking the knees back on top of the hips. Shins are parallel to the mat. This time hands are going to come behind the head. Open those elbows up so that the chest is open. On an inhale, we're going to lift head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, release. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Keeping it going. Now in these crunches here, I want you to think of finding length through the spine. Growing nice and long, and then think of pressing the face up towards the ceiling, lifting here, rather than thinking of crunching in. So we want to keep it open, we want to keep it lengthened, we want to lift and lower, lift and lower. Nice job, keep it going. You've got it. Moving with that breath. As you inhale, you lift, exhale, release. Inhale to lift, exhale to release. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5. Nice job. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to extend the right leg straight up towards the ceiling, extending the left leg long so it's hovering just off the ground here, making an L shape with the legs. If this bottom leg hovering ever becomes too much, we can just bend it up, placing it on the ground. But from here, drawing the belly button into the spine, pressing the lower back down to the ground, elbows open. As you inhale, we lift, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, exhale, lower. You've got it, lifting and lowering here in this L shape with the legs. You've got it, keeping the chest open, trying to keep the neck nice and long, pressing the face up to the ceiling. You've got it, keep it up. Just warming up through the core here so it's nice and strong as we make our way through this class. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5. Nice work. 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top. We're going to reach the arms long in front, and we're just going to take little pulses here. Let's lift and lower, lift and lower. Again, that bottom leg can always bend up if that feels more comfortable for you. Lift, lower, 1 inch up, 1 inch down. You've got it. Whew, keep breathing. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top. Press this top heel up and away from you. Find length through the leg. We're just going to draw little circles with that foot on the ceiling. Hands can come behind the head to support the neck here. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You got it. 4, 3, 2. Other way with the circles. Circle, circle, circle. You've got it. You've got it. We're just about there. Whew, keep breathing. Keeping those elbows pulling away from the face. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Great job. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe a little rock side to side feels nice here. Maybe a nice big full body stretch, stretching out the core feels nice. And whenever you're ready, we'll get set up for that second side, coming into that reverse tabletop, knees over top of hips, shins parallel to the ground, hands behind the head, elbows open up. Let's lift and lower, lift and lower. You've got it. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Nice work. Lift, lift. Working with the breath. Make sure we're never holding the breath here. We want to keep the breath nice and strong. We're not going to be able to move very long if we're not breathing. So make sure that breath is where our focus is. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, extending the left leg long. Right leg hovers or bends up. Ready for those crunches in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. You've got it. Keep breathing. Great work, great work. Nice job. Find length to that top leg. Press the heel to the ceiling, keeping the leg active. If this bottom leg's extended, it is also active. That heel's pressing out and away from you like you're standing on the wall that's in front of you. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5. You've got it. 4, 3, 2, hold at the top. Reach the arms along the front of you. Little pulses. Here we go. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Oh my goodness. Keep it going. You can do it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top. Hands can come behind the head. Support the neck. Little circles with that top heel. Circle, circle. Last little push here, you've got it. Keep those shoulder blades lifted off the ground. Keep the neck nice and long. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Other way, let's go for 16, and we're done. You've got it. Stay with it. You can do it. You can do it. 10, 9, 8. Lift those shoulders a little higher. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Hug the knees into the chest. Let that go. Rock side to side. Oh my goodness. Nice job. From here, when you're ready, we're going to take the hands to the backs of the thighs, getting to rock and roll your way up and down, eventually making your way up, and then we'll just swing the legs around and behind you, meeting in a tabletop. Stacking shoulders on top of wrists, hips on top of knees, and we'll just start with a couple rounds of cat-cow here with your breath. As you inhale, letting the stomach drop, chest pulls forward and through, gaze lifts, and exhale, rounding through the back body, shoulders, neck, and head round forward. Inhale, chest pulls forward and through, and exhale, rounding through the back body. You've got it. 2 more breaths here, just like that. Inhale, stretching through the front body. Exhale, stretching through the back body. Last one here, moving one vertebrae at a time. And exhale, rounding to the back. 10 toes underneath of us. And then slowly walking yourself back so that the hips settle on top of the heels. Now from here, try to stack your hips on top of your shoulders. Shoulders on top of hips, not hips on top of shoulders. Keeping all 10 toes tucked underneath you. We're just going to interlock those fingers here, and we're going to start to make figure eights with those wrists. Warming up those wrists for all of our planks, our downward dogs, our chaturangas, our bears, our tabletops. So we're going to be doing today. So many fun things to look forward to. From here, we'll stop and center. Switch the grip of the fingers. If this is becoming too much on the feet, you can always lift the hips to take a little bit of weight off of it. And then, toughest part of the whole class, try to reverse the direction of those figure eights that you were going. It just never makes sense in my brain. Trying to go the other direction, if you end up going the same direction, it's okay. And releasing that, shaking out those wrists, letting that go. And then bringing yourself back forward, slowly untucking the toes. If it feels nice, you can tap the tops of the feet down on the mat, or just settle them back down gently. And then from here, let's tuck the toes underneath one more time, and we will send the hips high to a downward facing dog. Perfect. From here, as you inhale, we're going to bend the knees. Hover the knees right above the mat. Hips stack on top of knees, shoulders stack on top of wrists. And exhale, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, weight shifts forward for bear pose. Knees hover off the mat. And exhale, hips go high, downward dog. Again, just like that. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, sending the hips high. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, send the hips high. Let's go for 4. You've got it for 3. Nice job moving with the breath. Last 2. And last 1 here. Sending the hips high one more time. Finding that downward dog. From here we can pedal out our downward dog. Find some movement. Maybe shaking the head yes and no. Letting the head fall heavy. And then we're going to settle into center. Let's come high on the balls of the feet. Take a nice big bend through the knees. Allowing your belly to rest on the thighs. Keeping your chest pressing to the back of the room. From here, we're going to begin to extend the legs, press the heels down to the ground. Now, they don't need to touch, but just feeling that stretch or that lengthening sensation to the backs of the legs. From here, as you inhale, we're going to lift the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, stepping your right foot to the outside edge of the right hand. From here, left hand plants. Inhale, right arm opens for a twist. Exhale, right hand comes down, leg steps back, downward dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps up. Exhale, left foot steps to outer edge of left hand. Right hand stays planted. Inhale, left arm opens. Exhale, coming down and pressing those hips high. One more time each side. Right leg, inhale, lift. Exhale, step it forward and through. Inhale, right arm reaches up, opening through the chest. Exhale, right hand comes down, hips go back. And inhale, left leg sweeps high. Exhale, step it forward and through. Inhale, open the chest, twist. Exhale, hand comes down, we step back, high plank. From here, let's take the gaze in between the hands, walking the feet up to meet the hands. As you inhale, find a halfway lift, creating length through the spine. Hands find shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, root to rise, arms sweep up, coming to standing. Exhale, hands come through heart center and down beside you. If you'd like to grab a sip of water, grabbing a sip of water here. We're going to get started with a couple flows. So whenever you're ready, we'll meet in Tadasana at the top of our mat. So standing tall, grounding through the 4 corners of your feet. Feeling strong here, feeling solid. So rocking side to side, front and back, feeling the 4 corners grounded down. From here, core is engaged, shoulders roll back and down, energy going through the fingers. Beautiful. On your inhale, let's sweep the arms up over our head, getting tall. And exhale, hands come through heart center, pour forward, forward fold. As you inhale, find your halfway lift. Hands come to shins or thighs, chest lifts. And exhale, hands plant, knees can bend, stepping back, finding your high plank. Good. From here, let's get nice and strong in this high plank. Checking that shoulders are stacked on top of wrists. Hips are in line with shoulders. Make sure they're not sinking down and they're not lifting high. Pulling that belly button up towards the spine, pressing through the 10 fingertips. On your next inhale, weight's going to shift forward, coming to the front of the room. Bending your knees, untucking the toes. Exhale, elbows bend, lowering all the way down to your chest. On your next inhale, tops of the feet press down to the ground. Chest lifts for cobra. Exhale, release. Let's do that again, just like that. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, chest lowers, pressing through your tabletop and back to your downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Noticing how that flow felt in your body. And let's take the gaze back in between the hands, walking the feet up to meet the hands. As you inhale, halfway lift. Spine gets long. Exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, root to rise, arms sweep up. And exhale, hands come through heart center and down beside you. Beautiful. That was our modified flow. If that felt great, you're welcome to stick with that, or I will take you through a full flow now. Let's roll the shoulders back and down, stand tall, find your Tadasana or your mountain pose. As you inhale, arms sweep up, getting tall, getting long, and exhale, pour forward, forward fold. As you inhale, finding your halfway lift, creating length to the spine. Exhale, hands plant, stepping back, high plank. Getting strong here. Couple of breaths here. Pressing up and out through the space between the shoulder blades. Feeling solid and supported here. We should be able to hold it for a little bit of time. Might not be the most comfortable place to hang up, but you can do it. On your next inhale, weight shifts forward. As you exhale, chaturanga, elbows hug into the side of the body. Shoulders come just to elbow height. Inhale, back bend of choice, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, hips go high, downward facing dog. Let that go. Shake the head, yes and no. Taking a couple of breaths here in your downward facing dog, or if downward facing dog is not a comfortable place for you to rest, you're more than welcome to drop down to a tabletop or a child's pose anytime we work through that down dog. From here, let's take the gaze to the front of the mat. This time, walk, step, or hop the feet up to meet the hands. As you inhale, finding your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, arms are going to sweep up. And exhale, hands come through heart center and down beside you. Perfect. Now, that was sun salutation A. We're going to make our way through sun salutation B just to get the blood flowing a little bit more. Then we're going to add all the fun things in with our weights once we make our way through that. Let's find that Tadasana. Stand tall. As you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, knees bend, sitting low, chair pose. Perfect. Inhale, lift the chest just a little higher. Exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, stepping back, high plank. On your next inhale, crown of the head reaches to the front of the room, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows bend. Inhale, back bend of choice. Exhale, hips go high, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg sweeps high to the sky. Exhale, and as many steps as it takes, taking that right foot in between the hands. As you inhale, arms sweep up, shoulders stack on top of hips for Virabhadrasana, Deer Warrior 4. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Bring the front foot, stepping back, high plank. Inhale, weight shifts forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of choice. And exhale, hips go high, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, left foot steps in between the hands. As you inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, hands come through heart center and down to frame the front foot, stepping back, high plank. Inhale, weight shifts forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of choice. And exhale, hips go high, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Nice job. Pressing the chest towards the thighs, feeling the hips lift up towards the ceiling. We want that upside down V shape in our downward facing dog. Always the option to take a bend through the back or through the knees, allowing the belly to rest on the thighs. If you're feeling any pinching through the shoulders, maybe we take the arms just a little bit wider or turn the fingers out slightly. From here, let's bring the gaze back in between the hands. Walk, step, or hop the feet up to meet the hands. As you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Let the shoulders fall heavy. Inhale, root to rise, arms sweep up. And exhale, hands come through heart center and down beside you. Nice job. Let's grab some water, and then we'll take those weights just to the top corners of the mat, just so they're ready for us when we come to use them. So grab some water, weights at the top of the mat, and we'll meet in Tadasana whenever you're ready. We'll stand tall, shoulders roll back and down, finding that length through the spine. Perfect. From here, as you inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, swan dive, forward, forward fold. As you inhale, we're going to grab those weights, find a halfway lift. Spine is long here. Shoulders roll back and down, belly button pulling in towards the spine so the core is engaged. Nice light bend through the knees, palms facing in. As you inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, arms are going to reach out for a reverse fly and release. Exhale to lift. Inhale, release. Nice job. So thinking of squeezing the space between your shoulder blades together. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. We want that nice flat back here. Keeping the neck long, gaze is just to the top corner of your yoga mat. Good. Thinking of squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Let's go for 8. You've got it for 7. Nice job. 6 and 5. 4, 3, 2 more, and then we're going to hold at the top. 2. Last one, hold it at the top. Little tiny pulses. Let's go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You've got it. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the arms down. From here, we're going to take the hands down to the ground. As you inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, let that go. Might feel nice to grab onto opposite elbows, sway side to side here. Just releasing to the lower back. Then if you grab a hold of opposite arms, let's release that grip. As you inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, stepping back, high plank. From here, we can take the hands either on top of the weights or just keeping them down beside the weights. You can always drop down to the knees, but we're going to come into a renegade row here. So as you inhale, we're going to lift the left arm. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, release. So this could be done from a tabletop, could be done from a plank on the knees, or it could be done from a high plank. Totally up to you. What I want you to think of is pulling the weight back towards the hip. Elbow hugs right along the side of the body. And then holding your obliques here so that as we're in that plank, when that arm lifts, we're not swaying side to side. Only thing moving here should be that lifted arm. You've got it, you've got it. You can always take a wider stance with the legs if you're feeling unstable here. Lift and release. Lift, release. Let's go for 7, 6, 5. You've got it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. From here, let's drop down to the knees if you're not already there. Roll the weights out to the side. And we're just going to send the hips back for a child's pose here. A couple breaths. Great job. Letting that go. Couple breaths here. If you'd like to grab water while you're here now, it would also be a great time to do so. And on your next inhale, let's shift the weight forward, coming back to our tabletop. Tucking your toes underneath you, sending the hips high, downward facing dog. As you inhale, we're going to shift the weight forward. Hold here for your exhale. Perfect. As you inhale this time, we're going to chaturanga. Bend the elbows, lowering down. Exhale, press yourself up, high plank. Inhale, chaturanga. You can always drop down to the knees. Exhale, press up, high plank. You got it. Inhale down. Exhale to press. Nice work. Inhale, hug the elbows along the side of the body. Exhale, press. Great work. Let's go for 4. Exhale to press. 3. Exhale, press. You've got it. 2 more. Exhale, press. Last one. Exhale, press. I lied. We're doing 1 more. Inhale, weight shifts forward. Exhale all the way down. And as you inhale, find that back bend of choice. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lowering down, pressing back to tabletop and into your downward dog, or just pressing straight back to that downward dog from your upward dog. Perfect. Couple breaths here. Let it go. Shake that head out. Maybe pedal out the legs. And then from here, taking the gaze in front of you, walk, step, or hop the feet up to meet the hands. As you inhale, find that halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, hands through heart center and down beside you. Nice job. Let's grab those bands around the shins. If you have them. If you don't have bands, it's all good. We'll just do all of this without the bands. And then we're going to grab a hold of our weights and we'll meet in Tadasana once again. Weights can just come in front of the chest, kind of like you're at heart center, but holding on to the weights. From here, taking the feet just wide enough that that band's not going to fall off, so there's a little bit of tension on it. Roll the shoulders back and down, open the chest. As you exhale here, let's bend the knees, sit the hips back, chair pose. Perfect. From here, we're just going to start to step out and in. So let's take that right leg out and in, left leg out and in. You've got it. Right and in, left and in. Now watching that the knees don't stay in center as the foot steps out. We always want the knees tracking straight over middle toes. If you find that the knees are caving in while the feet are stepping out, it might be a sign we just need to take the band around the thighs, or maybe even off the legs fully so that those knees can stay tracking over the toes. Way more important here to focus on that form rather than to add those bands in. The bands are taking away from the form. What's the point? Let's go for 8 and in. 7, sit it a little lower. You've got it. 6, nice work. Last 5. Beautiful job for 4. You've got it. 3, 2, last one, coming back to center, just enough space between those legs so that that band stays tight. And from here, we're gonna sit it down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. So we really wanna make sure that that core is pulling in. We don't want any arching through the lower back here. Thinking of sending your sit bones or your hip bones to the back corner of your mat. You've got it. Down, up, down, up. Nice job. Down, up, down, up. You've got it. Low and lift, low and lift, low and lift, low and lift. Let's go for 8 and up. 7, you can do it. Last 6 and lift. 5, roll those shoulders back and down. Keep the chest open. Nice work. Last 3 and up. 2 and up. Last one, hold it low. From here, we're coming into a kick back. So let's kick those arms back and in, back and in. Good, back and in. Sit those hips low, back and in. Nice job, extend. Try to get those weights in line with the shoulders at the back. Extend and bend, extend and bend. You've got it. Back and in, back and in. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, you can do it. 7, nice work. Last 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. This time those arms are going to stay extended to the back. We're just going to lift it up, 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 up. Nice job. Lift, 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 lift. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend those arms, bring the hands back to heart center. Sit those legs low over here for 8, 7, 6, 5, a little lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it up. Nice job. Bands can come off. Placing them to the side. Shake those legs out. Weights are just going to come to the front of your mat. We're we're gonna make our way down to the ground. So if you'd like to grab a sip of water before we come down, now would be a great time to do so. And we will flow down all together, unless you are done with flows. In that case, just meet us in tabletop. But let's meet in that Tadasana whenever you're ready. As you inhale, arms sweep up, get long, create space in the spine, and exhale, pour forward. Forward fold. As you inhale, find that length through the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, stepping back, high plank. From here, as you inhale, weight shifts forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend of choice. And exhale, hips go high, downward facing dog. From here, we're just gonna bend through the knees, coming down to a tabletop, untucking the toes. And now if you're on a hard surface, we might wanna roll that mat up just a couple times for a little bit extra padding. Or if you have like a blanket or a towel, you can use that as well. We're just gonna take the right knee on top of that padding in our tabletop, sending the left leg all along out to the left side of the room, and then grabbing a hold of your weights, and we're just gonna press ourselves up so shoulders stack on top of hips. So again, if you're feeling not nice through that bottom knee, just add some extra padding, a cushion, a blanket, a rolled up yoga mat, a sweater, whatever you have. We're gonna take those hands to the shoulders, opening the elbows up, lift the chest, find length through the spine. From here, as you inhale, we're gonna tip over towards the bent up leg. Exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, reach the crown of the head long. And exhale, lift through center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lift. Nice job, keep it going. Using this top oblique to pull yourself back up tall. Nice job, nice job. Lower. And lift. Lower. And lift. Let's go for 8. And up. You've got it. 7. And nice job. 6. And lift. 5. Just about there. Let's go for 4. Great work. 3. And lift. Last 2. And up. Last one. We're going to hold it over. You're going to take this bottom hand or your right hand down. We can extend this left arm long, or maybe it comes to the hip. And then from here, as you inhale, left leg's gonna lift. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, lower it down. Trying to keep both shoulders stacked one on top of the other. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. You've got it. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Nice job. Up and down. Up and down. You've got it. Up and down, up and down. Let's go for 8. Nice work. 7. You've got it for 6. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it high. Little pulses, let's go. Up, down, 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 up, down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it high for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, little higher, 2, and 1. Release. Nice job. Whew. Give that a little shake out, let it go. And then when you're ready, we'll make our way on to our second side. So again, having some padding under that knee just to protect it. We're gonna come up on the left knee, extend the right leg long. From here, hands can come on top of the shoulders. You could also take this without weights. Maybe arms are extended long or beside the head. Ready for those candlestick crunches or those liftovers. 5, 6, here we go. Reach and up. Now, every time you come through center, think of growing through the crown of the head. Reach and up. Reach and up, finding length to the spine. We never want to collapse here. We always want to think about lengthening to the side of the room. Lengthen and down. Lengthen and down. Let's go for 8 and up. 7 and up. You've got it. 6 and lift. 5. Nice work. 4 more. Perfect. Here we go for 3. Nice job. Last 2. And last one, we're going to hold it over. Option to take this arm extended overhead or just to the hip. Side leg's gonna lift and lower, lift and lower. Nice job. Trying to stack both shoulders one on top of the other, keeping that chest opening to the front of the room. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Working the side of the butt here. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. You got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it at the top. Little tiny lift. Let's go. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You can do it. Let's go. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Lift, lift, lift. 8 more. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Great job. Coming back down. Ooh, letting that go. Now we're just going to finish off with a little bit of inner thigh or adductor work, and we will be into our cool down. Class is just fly by. All of the fun things you can do in Yoga Sculpt. We're going to come to seated whenever you're ready. We're going to extend the legs long in front of us. You're going to think of making like a giant slice of pizza with your feet. Heels together, toes are open, knees are also open out to the sides. Then we're going to sit up tall. From here, we can take the right fingertips back behind us. Inhale, lift the left arm up high. And then from here, as you inhale, right foot, left hand tap, and exhale, release. Inhale, lift, exhale, release. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Nice job. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, you got it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, you're going to hold it high. This lifted hand is going to come back behind you, but try to sit up tall. And we're just going to lift an inch, lower an inch, lift an inch, lower an inch, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Let's go. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep the chest lifted high. Press that heel out and away. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. We're going to go out, in, out, in, out, in. You can do it. Out, in, out, in, out, in. It's going to start to burn, but it's almost there. We're almost done. You got it. Out, in, out, in, out, in. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2. Hold it high. We're going to go up and out. Ready? Up and out. Let's go for 7. Oh my goodness. 6, 5, 4, 3. You got it. 2. Last one. From here, let it go. Shake it out. Might feel nice to come into a quick butterfly before we move to the second side. Woo. That one's also good for those hip flexors. Definitely feel it in my hip flexors a lot. But if you feel those hip flexors a lot in things like core work or even like sitting all day, it's probably a sign you need to strengthen them. A lot of people think you need to stretch them, which stretching is always good. But oftentimes, we also need to strengthen them. All right. Ready for that second side, and we are calling it a day. After that, we will stretch, we'll cool down, and you'll be on your way for your day. Let's lift opposite arm high, right hand, left leg. Ready, set, let's go. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. You got it. Now this exercise becomes a lot easier if this leg is active. So don't just have like a little dead weight hanging out here. You want to lengthen through the leg. Flex the heel, flex the foot, press the heel away from you. Engage the quad, make it active. We're not just here to float through the movements. We're here to get it done, right? So make it active. 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top, arm comes down, little tiny lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. You can do it, let's go. Woo, those inner thighs, come on, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. 8, 7, 6, 5, you got it. 4, 3, 2, out to the sides. Let's go. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Woo. You got it, you got it. We're just about there. Final stretch here. We can do it, we can do it. 8 more. These ones burn, but they're nice because they're quick. You know, they're over right away. 4, 3, 2, let's draw that L. We go up, down, out, in. Just 7 more. Out, in. 6, you've got it. 5, just 4, 3, nice work, 2, last one, and let it go. Oh my goodness, shake it out. From here, let's take the soles of the feet together, knees open. As you inhale, sit up tall, find length, and as you exhale, let's fold forward. Whew, stretching that out, great job. You've got it, couple breaths here. And from here, let's slowly start to roll ourselves back up to standing. We're gonna bring those legs back together. We're just gonna windshield wiper the legs side to side, so letting both knees fall to one side. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale over to the other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, bending up the knees. From here, we're just gonna hug onto the backs of the thighs. As you inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, pull the belly button back behind you, rounding through the back body. 1 more, just like that. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, rounding through the back body. Belly button pulls back behind you. And inhale, coming back up to center. From here, let's send the legs long in front. Arms come long in front. And let's lower down for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. From here, we're going to extend the legs long towards the ceiling, grabbing onto the outer edges of the feet, bending through the knees for a happy baby to finish it off here. You rock side to side, bend and extend through those legs if that's comfortable for you. Just taking a couple breaths here. And whenever you feel content with that happy baby, just settling into your final Shavasana. Arms go long, legs go long. Finishing off here, however feels comfortable to do so. And this is where I'm going to leave you. So I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. I hope you guys enjoyed that class. Let me know how you found it. You can comment below. You can send me a message. And I'll see you all soon. Have a great day. Bye.